They walk the most prestigious runways, grace the covers of Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar, and influence millions with a single post. But behind the glamour are real stories of struggle, ambition, and triumph. Today, discover the 5 most beautiful and influential models on Instagram, from their origins to their careers, their followers, and their fortunes. Stay with us until the end, because number 1 will redefine the very meaning of beauty. Bella Hadid. She was born on October 9, 1996, in Washington, D.C. Bella Hadid, the daughter of Mohammed Hadid, a Palestinian-American real estate tycoon, and Yolanda Hadid, a Dutch former model. Through her father, Bella claims descent from Zahir al-Umar, ruler of northern Palestine in the 18th century. With her sister Gigi and brother Anwar, Bella was raised on a ranch in Santa Barbara before moving to Beverly Hills, but her childhood was far from glamorous. She battled Lyme disease, ADHD, and even anorexia as a teenager. She dreamed of Olympic equestrian glory, but destiny had other plans. At 16, Bella Hadid stepped into modeling, signing with IMG Models in 2014. Her rise was immediate. New York Fashion Week, Desigual, Tom Ford, Chanel, Versace, every catwalk became her kingdom. She graced the covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, LA, and Allure. From Dior makeup ambassador to Bulgari and Tag Heuer, Bella became one of fashion's most powerful muses. But her career wasn't just about walking the runway. She co-founded Kin Euphorics, a non-alcoholic adaptogenic drink, making her a wellness entrepreneur. In 2024, she launched Orabella, her own fragrance brand, instantly selling out and proving the Bella effect, the power to skyrocket any brand's value by up to 90%. Narration slows, yet her journey hasn't been free of storms. Diagnosed with chronic illness, taking a break from modeling in 2023 at her peak, a controversial Adidas campaign in 2024 forced her to apologize, and in 2025 her family's childhood ranch was destroyed by wildfires. But Bella came back stronger, closing Saint Laurent's runway, breaking Cannes dress codes, and reappearing on the cover of British Vogue. Today, Bella Hadid is more than a model. She is resilience, reinvention, and revolution in beauty. With over 61 million Instagram followers, an empire built on style, wellness, and legacy, Bella isn't just a face, she's the phenomenon of a generation. Iman Hammam. Born in Amsterdam in 1996, Iman Hammam grew up in a multicultural home with an Egyptian father from Cairo and a Moroccan mother from Zagora. Her parents were both immigrants, and her childhood was deeply rooted in her Arab heritage. At home, Arabic was the first language. But life wasn't always easy. When she was just 11 years old, her parents divorced, and Iman and her younger sister Aisha were raised by their mother, a seamstress and teacher for new immigrants in the Netherlands. This humble beginning would shape her resilience and her identity as a proud Muslim woman in the fashion industry. Iman's career began in 2010 when she was discovered at Amsterdam's Central Station at just 13 years old. By 16, she had signed her first contract, and by 2013, she was already making her Paris debut for Jean-Paul Gaultier Couture. That same year, she was chosen to open the Givenchy show, a moment that marked her arrival on the global stage. From there, her rise was unstoppable. Vogue covers around the world, US Vogue, Teen Vogue, Vogue Netherlands. She was everywhere. In 2016, she was voted Model of the Year, beating out names like Bella Hadid and Lucky Blue Smith. By 2017, she was on the covers of British Vogue, Vogue Japan, Vogue Arabia, and even appeared alongside Pharrell Williams in Vogue US. Anna Wintour herself supported Iman, recognizing her as the first black Arab model to become the face of Chanel Beauty. Her confident walk for Versace in 2018 became legendary, and soon after, she was headlining shows for Prada, Dior, Valentino, Fendi, and more. In 2020, she collaborated with Frame on a ready-to-wear collection. In 2021, she earned a place on Forbes 30 Under 30 Europe in art and culture. And in 2023, she signed a major deal as brand ambassador for Estée Lauder, cementing her status as one of the most powerful faces in fashion. But Iman Hammam isn't just a model. She's an icon of representation, breaking barriers as a Muslim, Afro-Arab woman in a field that often lacked diversity. From the covers of Harper's Bazaar and Elle to the biggest runways in the world, she has walked nearly every top brand. Chanel, Dior, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Ralph Lauren, and even Victoria's Secret. With over a decade at the top, she continues to inspire the next generation of women around the globe. From Amsterdam's train station to the covers of Vogue, from a modest childhood to the runways of Paris, Iman Hammam's story is one of resilience, pride, and unstoppable success. Irina Shayk. She was born in the small town of Yemanjalinsk in January 6, 1986, deep in the Chelyabinsk region of the Soviet Union. Her father, Valery, a Tatar coal miner. Her mother, Olga, a Russian music teacher. From her father, Irina inherited her exotic dark features, often compared to South American beauty. From her mother, the piercing light eyes that made her unforgettable. But tragedy struck early. When Irina was just 14, her father died from pneumonia. With little money, her mother was forced to work 2 jobs to keep the family alive. Irina's childhood was shaped not by glamour, but by struggle. As a girl, she studied piano and sang in the choir, dreaming of music. But fate had other plans. After high school, she studied marketing, then joined a beauty school with her sister. There, an agent noticed her unique look and convinced her to compete in Miss Chelyabinsk 2004. She won. That small-town pageant would change her life forever. By 2007, Irina replaced Anna Beatriz Barros as the face of Intimissimi. That same year, she debuted in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, the first step in her journey to international stardom. Within 3 years, she was an official ambassador for the brand. Campaigns followed: Guess, Victoria's Secret, Armani Exchange, Lacoste, Beach Bunny, swimwear. The world had discovered Irina Shayk. In 2010, she starred in Kanye West's music video Power. She graced the covers of Ocean Drive and GQ, and Glamour Spain named her Best International Model of the Year. In 2011, history was made. Irina became the first Russian model to appear on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She was suddenly everywhere: Vogue, Elle, GQ, Cosmopolitan, and ranked among the world's sexiest models. From swimwear, she transitioned into high fashion: Harper's Bazaar, Vanity Fair, Allure, Marie Claire. Runways for Givenchy, Jeremy Scott, and even carrying the placard for Russia during the 2014 Winter Olympics. In 2015, she was named international spokesperson for L'Oréal Paris. In 2016, she walked the Victoria's Secret fashion show while 6 months pregnant, a moment that stunned the industry. Today, Irina Shayk is recognized as one of the new supers on models.com. A model who transformed tragedy into triumph, small-town poverty into global superstardom. With more than 23 million Instagram followers, she balances the life of a high-fashion icon with that of a devoted mother. Irina is not just a model, she is resilience, elegance, and one of Russia's most powerful exports to the world of fashion. Emily Ratajkowski. She was born on June 7, 1991 in Westminster, London. Emily O'Hara Ratajkowski, the only child of 2 American schoolteachers. Raised in Encinitas, California, Emily grew up between cultures: Polish-Israeli, Irish, Jewish, and Catholic heritage, and summers spent in Ireland and Spain. Her mixed identity would later shape how she saw herself and how the world would see her. At 14, she signed with Ford Models. By 15, she was auditioning for Disney and Nickelodeon, landing small roles, including a part on iCarly. But it wasn't acting that would launch her. She dropped out of UCLA after 1 year, deciding to pursue modeling full-time. Her big break came in 2013. Emily appeared in the music video for Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke, Pharrell, and T.I., a video that went viral around the world. Controversial, criticized as sexist by some and praised as liberating by others, it made Emily Ratajkowski a global sex symbol overnight. That same year, she appeared in Maroon 5's Love Somebody, and suddenly she was everywhere. GQ, CR Fashion Book, Sports Illustrated. Her fame grew beyond music videos. In 2014, she landed a role in David Fincher's Gone Girl, playing the mistress of Ben Affleck's character. Hollywood took notice. By 2015, she was starring alongside Zac Efron in We Are Your Friends, promoted across Europe and North America. She walked the runway for Marc Jacobs and Miu Miu, starred in a Super Bowl commercial, and became the face of brands from DKNY to Paco Rabanne. But Emily was not just a model and actress, she was outspoken. She pushed back against the idea that women had to choose between being sexy and being serious. She wrote essays on feminism, appeared on covers of Glamour and InStyle, and became known as a voice for women's autonomy in pop culture. In 2021, she released her memoir, My Body. In it, she revisited the infamous Blurred Lines shoot, revealing that Robin Thicke groped her without consent, an incident that forced her to confront the complexities of power, beauty, and exploitation in the industry. For Emily, the book was more than confession. It was reclaiming control of her story. By 2017, she had launched her own swimwear brand, Inamorata, expanding into jewelry collaborations and high-profile fashion campaigns. In 2022, she launched her podcast, High Low with Emrata, speaking openly about culture, relationships, and politics. By 2023, she was starring in Versace campaigns and walking major runways once again. Today, with nearly 30 million Instagram followers, Emily Ratajkowski is more than a model. She is an author, activist, entrepreneur, and a symbol of the modern woman's fight to be everything at once: beautiful, powerful, vulnerable, and free. Gigi Hadid. Born April 23, 1995 in Los Angeles, Jelena Noura Hadid, known worldwide as Gigi, is the daughter of Palestinian real estate mogul Mohammed Hadid and Dutch model Yolanda Hadid. Through her father, she claims descent from Zahir al-Umar, Prince of Nazareth and Sheikh of Galilee. Modeling is in her blood. Her sister Bella and her brother Anwar would later follow in her footsteps. But Gigi was the first to rise, and rise higher than anyone expected. Raised on a ranch in Santa Barbara, Gigi grew up playing volleyball and riding horses. But behind the ordinary teenage life was a superstar in the making. Discovered by Guess co-founder Paul Marciano at just 2 years old, she appeared in Baby Guess campaigns before pausing to focus on school. By the time she returned in 2011, her future was set. In 2013, Gigi signed with IMG Models. 1 year later, she made her New York Fashion Week debut. From Desigual to Tom Ford, from Chanel to Marc Jacobs, the world had found its new it girl. Her breakout came fast. Vogue covers, Maybelline contracts, the 2015 Pirelli calendar, and music videos with Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris. By December 2015, she was walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, joining the ranks of the Angels. 2016 was her year. Named International Model of the Year at the British Fashion Awards, she also became the global face of Tommy Hilfiger, launching her own capsule collection, Gigi by Tommy Hilfiger. She fronted campaigns for BMW, Versace, Topshop, Reebok, and Stuart Weitzman. Her boot design, the Gigi boot, became a bestseller. At just 21, she was already one of the most powerful names in fashion. But Gigi has faced her share of backlash, from her controversial impression of Melania Trump at the American Music Awards to accusations about her body and representation. The spotlight hasn't always been kind. Yet time and time again, she proved her critics wrong, dominating runways for Versace, Fendi, Balmain, and Chanel. By 2017, she had starred on 4 different Vogue covers in 1 month: American, British, Chinese, and the inaugural edition of Vogue Arabia. Her influence extended beyond modeling. She photographed campaigns, launched her own jewelry collaborations, and even designed sneakers for Reebok. In 2018, she returned to the Victoria's Secret fashion show, cementing her global status. But Gigi's ambitions didn't stop there. In 2022, she launched her own luxury clothing line, Guest in Residence, serving as founder and creative director. In 2023, she co-hosted Netflix's Next in Fashion. And in 2025, she became the face of Rabanne's fragrance Million Gold for her, while also partnering with Havaianas as their global ambassador. Each move proved that Gigi Hadid is not just a model, but a brand, an entrepreneur, and a businesswoman in complete control of her image. From a California ranch to the covers of Vogue, from Baby Guess to building her own fashion empire, Gigi Hadid is not just one of the most beautiful women on Instagram, as she's a supermodel of a generation and a true icon of modern fashion.